Good morning students. Today we will study the topic Lensmaker's formula. So in the previous class we had studied the refraction at a spherical surface and we had found out a relationship between the refractive index and the radius of curvature with the distance of the image and the object. So in this diagram, as you can see, the object O is placed here and it forms an image. It strikes the lens at this point. Okay, so we draw a normal from the center of curvature, because whenever light falls from the center of curvature, it falls normally to the lens. So this will act as the normal for this ray. So as the ray is traveling from the rarer to the denser medium, so it will bend towards the normal and the image will be formed at I. Using this, in the last class we had derived the whole relationship where we had found out that N1 by OM plus N2 by MI is equal to N2 by N2 minus N1 divided by MC, and putting the values we got that because O and M were very close to each other, so we considered them to be same, and so N2 by V is the image distance, minus N1 by U, which is the object distance, is equal to N2 minus N1 divided by R, where R is the radius of curvature of the spherical surface. So today we'll find out the Lensmaker's formula, and hence we know that in the case of a lens, refraction of light takes place. So here we have got a biconvex lens. Okay, so this is the first surface with the blue ink that is shown, and the red surface shows the second surface. So biconvex lens can be considered to be formed by two surfaces. So for the blue surface, C1 is the center of curvature of this blue spherical surface. Okay, and for the red spherical surface, C2 is the center of curvature. So you as I have drawn these circle spheres, so you can understand that these lenses have been cut out from these spheres. So C1 is the radius center of curvature for the blue lens, and C2 is the center of curvature for the red lens. Okay, so let us consider that the refractive index of air is N1 and the refractive index of glass is N2. So here we come to the so we'll do this derivation in parts. First we'll see how the light refracts to the first surface, and then we'll see how the light refracts to the second surface. So first let us imagine that O is the object, this is the principal axis. Light from O strikes the mirror here, and we draw a ray from C1 which falls normally to the surface 1, and hence it acts as a normal for this ray. So because the ray is traveling from a rarer to a denser medium, so it will bend towards the normal and form an image I at this point. Okay? So we have got that the image is formed by the first surface at I. So for this, OB will be the object distance, and BI will be the image distance, and BC1 will be the you can say the center of curvature for the first surface. Now, so first we will further do the derivations. Now, using the same formula that we had used here in this particular case, we are now going to use the same formula to find the relationship between the refractive index of the two mediums and the distance of the object and the image and the center of curvature. So N1, where the object is placed, divided by OB, this is OB, plus N2 is the refractive index of the glass lens, divided by BI is the image distance, BI, is equal to N2 minus N1 divided by BCI, where BCI is the radius of curvature. Here O is the object and I is the image position. So now let us see the second surface. Now when the object ray has passed from the first surface, then it strikes the second surface, which I have shown by this red color curved spherical surface. Okay, so if I just see this, I can just say that now again for the second surface, this image that was formed by the first surface acts as an object here. Okay, so हम ये कहेंगे यहाँ पर जो image यहाँ बनी थी, it acts as an object for this second spherical surface. So again we use this ray coming from C2 which falls perpendicular to the second spherical surface as the normal. ठीक है, and so here the object, so the ray पीछे back trace करोगे तो यहाँ पर इसकी we can trace it back here. So now here this acts as an object for this second spherical surface. Now the ray is traveling from the denser glass medium to the rarer air medium, so it will bend away from the normal. तो ये हमारा normal है, ये जो है हमारा normal है, and it will bend away from the normal and form an image at I1. So the second surface के लिए I जो है वो यहाँ पर object की तरह काम कर रहा है, and I1 is the image formed at I1 this position. Okay, so this is the second spherical surface. इस second spherical surface का ये center of curvature है, and the object distance will be di. ठीक है, ये हो जाएगा di और u dash मैंने object distance ले लिए, और आपका di dash I1 sorry will be the image formed by the second spherical surface. Okay, so for the second spherical surface I becomes the object and I1 becomes the image position. Now let us again use the same formula for spherical surface for the second spherical surface. So minus n2 di. ठीक है, माइनस n2 di क्या है, बिकॉज ऑब्जेक्ट कहाँ पर है, ग्लास के अंदर, इसलिए मैंने n2, और ये बिकॉज इस तरफ है, हमेशा जो इस तरफ जो सब डिस्टेंसेस होती है वो नेगेटिव लेते हैं, तो दैट इज़ वाई यहाँ पर मैंने यहाँ पर माइनस n2 डिवाइड बाई di इज़ द ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंस. ओके, बिकॉज आई को हमने यहाँ पर सेकेंड सर्फेस के लिए ऑब्जेक्ट माना था, प्लस n1 बिकॉज द इमेज इज़ फॉर्म्ड इन द एयर, तो n1 divided by I1 is equal to n2 minus n1 divided by dc2, where dc2 is the radius of curvature. Okay, using the formula that we had derived in the previous class. Now again we can say that here if you see it very carefully, you will find that B and D are very close to each other, so we can consider them to be almost the same point. So here since B and D are very close to each other, so I will use DI की जगह में यूज़ कर लूँगी BI यूज़ कर लूँगी. तो यहाँ पर मैंने माइनस n2 डिवाइड बाई BI यूज़ कर लिया, प्लस n1 डिवाइड बाई di2 इज इक्वल टू n2 माइनस n1 डिवाइडेड बाई dc2. So this becomes equation 3. Now we had two equations.